Welcome back to another edition of This Month at the TNM. It's been a busy spring, and now that summer's here, things are really heating up for your organization. We've just gone through the 2023 legislative session. While our bill got filed for the second time, it didn't make it out of committee to public hearing. All this is disappointing. The session wasn't a total loss. Our team of legislative activists spent the session building inroads with both legislative staff and with legislators themselves. Many of these meetings were very positive and built relationships with members of both chambers, as well as growing support for our bill. It's not unusual for legislation to take several sessions to get passed, and the great work done by our legislative team will go a long way toward getting this bill passed. There are several other pieces of legislation this session of interest to our membership that we've been keeping an eye on. Two bills were aimed at addressing election integrity in Texas and making sure we have a transparent and fair election process. House Bill 5234, filed by Representative Steve Toth, and Senate Bill 2464, introduced in the Senate by Senator Bob Hall. Both of these bills focus on crucial aspects of election process that are of significant importance to Texas supporters in making sure we get a fair vote when it comes time to decide on Texas independence. As with most of the good legislation this session, these bills made it to committee and not much further. Another pair of groundbreaking bills being considered this session were Senate Bill 2334 and its companion bill in the House, House Bill 4903. These bills have to do with the financial independence of Texas. They would provide Texans with a safe, secure, and fair way to access and conduct transactions with gold and silver. While these bills made it further than the election bills, neither of these made it all the way through that process either. Senator Bob Hall was especially busy this session and introduced another piece of legislation of interest to our membership, and all of Texans really. This bill was the Grid Protection Bill, which was aimed at protecting Texas' electricity grid from threats such as cyber attacks, as well as a plan to address widespread long-term power outages in the state. As you can see, this bill had a lot of action, but it ended up in the Calendars Committee, where all good bills go to die. Now for some good news. This year has seen our number of volunteers grow. Our activism is up, and we've connected with 50,000 new supporters. Support for our cause has grown exponentially over the years, with the most recent public survey showing 66% of likely voters giving a vote for Texas independence a thumbs up. We feel this support is only going to grow, and when we are given the chance to actually vote on Texas, it's going to be a done deal. Now on to some things your organization has been doing to help us reach our goals. We've launched a new podcast called Texas News, hosted by our own Daniel Miller. This will be a weekly podcast providing the public with updates on the latest in Texas news, not just from Austin, but from across our great state. It's important as citizens to stay informed on the decisions, policies, and developments that shape our great nation. Daniel will be providing comprehensive overview and analysis of all things Texas. This podcast will be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so spread the word to anyone you can to subscribe to Texas News. People will be able to ask questions, share their thoughts, and give feedback. The more engagement we can get, the higher our podcast will climb on the charts, which will make it reach a wider audience and create a greater impression. Now, let's look at some of the campaigns that TNM has going right now. You should bookmark this page. It's where you can see the current efforts that are going on right now with your organization, and it's where you can directly help with those efforts. As we discussed last month, our new petition campaign is underway. While the unique part of this campaign is that we will now be able to legally take signatures online, we still need to get boots on the ground to get petition signatures that might not be gotten any other way. Clicking on this campaign takes you to a page where you can sign up to become a Certified Petition Circulator, or CPC. This is going to be a crucial task in the upcoming months as we try to get the petition in front of as many people as possible, answering any questions they may have on Texit and getting them to show their support with their signature. It's also an opportunity for you to directly contribute to getting a vote on Texas independence. If you'd like to volunteer for this important mission, simply fill out and submit the form on this campaigns page. You'll be contacted with instructions on training and material you'll be given to prepare you for this very important role in our journey towards independence. The Certified Petition Circulator training course will take you through everything you need to know to collect legal petition signatures. It's very important to note that if you were a CPC in our previous petition campaign, you are still required to sign up again and retake the training, as several important things have changed and some have actually been streamlined. Last month, we talked about the campaign to follow the lead of Edwards County and get counties across the state to pass resolutions asking the Texas legislature to put the question of Texas independence on the ballot. County governments aren't the only entities we need to put the pressure on. The political parties of every county has a county chair as well as multiple precinct chairs. As a county or precinct chair, you are a member of your county executive committee, and as such, you have influence within your party and on the state executive committee. We're calling on our members who are county or precinct chairs, or who even know a county or precinct chair, to help us chair the vote and pass resolutions in your county executive committees, or CECs, calling for the state executive committee to put the Texit question on the March 2024 primary ballot. The Republican Party of Texas platform has 2 planks that were supported by nearly 90% of the state convention. This said Texans have the right to vote on our state's political, cultural, and economic independence. The state legislature chose to disregard these marching orders. This campaign allows you to stand as a leader for Texas independence, to encourage the state executive committee to honor the planks that were so overwhelmingly passed. Just select the Chair the Vote campaign from the campaigns page, then fill out the form. Our campaign team will contact you to go over the resolution and discuss the process to get it passed. They'll also help you team up with others in your area who are working on the same goal. We need as many county executive committees to pass this Texit resolution as we can by September. This is crucial to get the state executive committee to back the independence referendum. Well, that's all we have for this month. Keep checking that campaigns page on our website and help make this happen. We'll see you next month.